what is the animation saying for Zootopia 2? We listen to its line, motion, and space. Now, spoiler warning, I do reveal parts of the ending. As a sequel, Zootopia 2 doesn't just continue a story. It has to expand a grammar. And very quickly, the animation tells us what kind of grammar it's using. So that grammar is line work as an ensemble, and motion expresses racial and class intersectionality. Line in Zootopia 2 exists to individualize differences, not to argue for its theme. Its job is distinction, to make every animal's body unmistakably itself, so motion can do the talking. Judy, being a rabbit, has her motion being quick, energetic, and at times socially aware. This social awareness can be spotted in her ears, the micro-movements. You see, in discomfort, her ears bend back, and when excited, they perk right back up. Even her sense of affection to Nick is energetically aggressive in the form of like love punches, you know? Nick is a sly, laid back, and nonchalant as a fox. His movement is always weaving him in and out of those confrontational orbits, right? So, meaning he can walk by a walrus, a musician, and gift a token of appreciation for his music, and that gesture devolves into a cross-species cultural incident. And although Nick is a predator and Judy is prey, that dichotomy dissolves once we see Nick's own micro-expression of his ears. Socially, it functions the same. This indicates that there is a higher grouping categorization between them. They're mammalian. And that shared mammalian domain now puts them face to face with a new one. Gary, the snake. As a reptile, Gary, he slithers. His motion defies all social norms. But yet, he's caring. He's warm. He asks for consent for intimacy. He coils around you to provide compassion. This is not evil. Gary is hopeful and kind. He is not a caricature. But the fear around Gary isn't natural. It's learned and it's shaped by economic anxiety, and it's animated as such. The animation adds to the existing grammar is how class is expressed as motion. It's not reactive, but motion that's almost human. Paulbert Linksley moves like a classical Disney character, a social performance designed for appeasement and trust while maintaining hidden goals. Class moves quietly, proactively. Paulbert invites trust while hiding intention in plain sight as he seeks to destroy Gary's great-grandmother's original patent. His motion removes his natural animal instincts when in public, but in private, he excessively indulges in his feline sense of play. Paulbert's motion becomes horrifying when it becomes real. When class compresses authentic movement into performance, that is, I don't want to be different, I want to be the same. And class compresses that authenticity in the movement and takes it away from performance. So what is space up to, especially with all this complexity? Space is doing the hard work of keeping the ensemble performances legible. I mean, it's a lot of animals. That legibility isn't always necessarily clean. It can be messy, and that's kind of the point. Space expresses intersectionality of line and motion, most times either clashing or harmonizing. But there is a moment where space gives the performances of line and motion to come together on their own. When Judy is poisoned, this is the one moment where space stops managing difference and lets motion actually just try to resolve it. Gary, he's half freezing to death, and he's just grudgingly slithering his way to Judy to do the only thing that he can do. Comfort her. Space does everything it can in frozen coldness to prevent this connection. And what results is motion defying space that has been manipulated to maintain the separation of line. Gary reaches Judy and embraces her in a beautiful moment and warms her. But moments later, that beauty is interrupted by the collision of more mammalian lines, breaking through space and believing what they're witnessing is contextually violent. The messiness of intersectionality continues. In the end, Zootopia 2 doesn't resolve differences by smoothing it out or by pretending it disappears. You see, it restores the space by allowing motion to reconnect what was separated. That narrative may guide us forward, but it's the animation itself that carries the meaning. Through line that separates, motion that negotiates, and space that keeps those negotiations legible. Zootopia 2 shows us that coexistence isn't a message, it's a continual act of movement. And that's what the animation is saying.